You're going to hear healing from me a lot today. I'm by no means a healer. God knows I need to heal some aspects of myself. I'm not perfect. And I know a lot of people like to think they're perfect, but it's not true. We all need some form of healing. But at the level of problem, social issues we face every day, day in, day out, we see a different side of the story. I work, along with my coworker, 6 different communities. There's Pelican Arrows, it has a population of over 3,000 people. There's DeChambeau Lake, has a population of over 1,000 people. Sandy Bay, 1,000 people. Creighton, you're looking anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000. Denner Beach and Sturgeon Landing. These are all our communities that we travel to do and conduct our alternative measures. We're on the road maybe 3-4 times on every given week. People come to our office. You're never in your office. You're not doing your work. We're in different communities. We explain that a lot to people. They don't understand the fact that we represent 6 communities, not just one. For the offender, the alternative measures provides an alternative to the court. It provides the offender with a chance to have a say. Usually, when you go through the court system, the offender, the only time he's allowed to speak is if he's speaking on his own behalf at trial. This time he has a chance to speak to the victim, tell the victim why he did what he did or why she did what she did. It provides the offender the opportunity to receive support outside of the court. Oftentimes the offender does not have that support within the court system. Through our circles, they can bring in family members, parents, brothers, sisters, someone to give them more support. The alternative measures provides the offender the chance of full reintegration and atonement, make things right with its community, make things right with the victim. Alternative measures allows the offender to admit to owning to his behavior, the behavior he had that day. It allows the offender to begin the process of dealing with the results of their behavior and gain an insight of their actions. A lot of times the offender doesn't see what they do to the victim or their victim's family. By punching one person, you're not just punching that person, you're punching that family. Anger stems into that family. Anger builds up in that family. How come that person hit my uncle? How come that person beat up my sister? And that stems into further altercations, verbal or physical. We hope to sway from that through our alternative measures programs. I use alternative measures because extrajudicial sanctions is a little too hard to say over and over again. Alternative measures allows the offender to admit to owning his behavior, to deal with the results of their behavior, and to gain an insight as to what the victim feels. It allows a more personal environment. The offender is treated as a person, not as just someone person in shackles who's facing jail. He's just like you. He's sitting there face to face, no upper level, no lower level. We're equal. Ultimately, the goal is to reduce reoffending in the community. That's our goal, but I think what we should face at is maybe start a healing at some point, and that's what we hope to do. But the benefits don't just carry on for the offender, they carry on for the victim as well. The alternative measures process provides the victim with his or her own voice that allows them to be heard. A lot of times the victim doesn't have a chance to say to this person what you did to me, or what you did to my son or my daughter. These words from the victim can be just as tough as any sentence that you face in court. The victim can provide an insight to the offender. Alternative measures removes a fear of re-victimization, provides more certainty. A lot of times when you tell the person who has committed an assault against you, You'll tell them what you did to me was wrong. When the offender hears that, they know it's wrong. They won't do it again. Victims often seek immediate results. They want this person out of anger because of this person, what this person has done to them. They want this person in jail. They want them to get some form of, I don't know what you would call it, some form of sanction through the court. They want it done immediately, but unfortunately with the backlog in court, you're facing up to 6 months for your next trial date. By that time, this person just doesn't care what happens to the offender. Through the alternative measures process, it can begin immediately. You refer something to us, we can start almost the next day on it. Then their voice stays with them. They don't lose their voice. You have that opportunity. Alternative measures decertifies the person as a victim. It restores stability and trust within the community and the family structure. We ultimately want to seek for the victim is a chance for closure. A lot of times they carry this hatred in them for years. Family feuds are a big thing back home. 20 years ago, my uncle beat up this guy. To this day, he could have some kind of hatred from that family for beating up this person. That's what we want to avoid. Our office utilizes a wide array of alternative measures program. We're not just healing circles, talking circles. We have things such as a formal cautioning. This is, in many instances, when a business gets shoplifted, someone goes into your store, steals candy. This person says, "I want that person just to be dealt with, a letter of apology." So we'll do it automatically without the victim, because the victim is an organization. We have forums, healing circles, talking circles. We have family group conferences. We've just lately started to use the Section 19 of the Youth Criminal Justice Act, youth conferencing. These are the many processes we use. Types of alternative measures that we use are based on the actual offense that occurred. We try and sit down and go over what is given to us, and we try and determine the best way, the best means in reaching an objective to reach some type of form of restitution between everybody. The community response initially, when I started, varied. Some people didn't like what we were doing, some people liked what we were doing. Our communities are based strongly on Christianity, and forms of healing circles and talking circles, sending circles is relatively new to our people up north. So it's something that's slowly starting to work, but the more and more referrals we get, the more and more activity is done within those circles. Our elders are starting to commend us for what we're doing. So it's an activity, it's a form that's starting to get recognition that it deserves. I promised myself I wouldn't go on and on and on, and I think I have. So I'll leave it at that, that in order to have justice, we have had to have it in the first place. This gives us a step into that justice program, that justice system, gives us some form of responsibility of our own actions. So thank you.